Hello everyone, this is Taylor with Gorge Anglers in Canyon City, Colorado, the only Orvis Endorsed Outfitter on the Arkansas River and oldest fly shop on the Arkansas River. We will be celebrating our 25th anniversary next year. We're located 2 miles west of Canyon City on US 50. We have our own turning lane at Skyline Drive, so come by and visit us. This is a fishing report for the Arkansas River. We're now in October, actually late October. Things have been very consistent for the last month, so really no big changes in hatch activity, bugs that we're focusing on, flows, etc. Flows maintain in the 400 CFS range on average in Bighorn Sheep Canyon. Obviously less than that the further you go upstream, as our contributing tailwater inflows come in above Salida and Buena Vista. The upper canyon we've seen, in Granite Canyon, Browns Canyon, anything really above Salida has been a little bit less productive than things in Bighorn Sheep Canyon, simply due to overnight lows affecting water temperature and bug activity that far up. So we've seen a lot better hatch activity in Bighorn and really a lot better productivity throughout the water column, just because water temps are warmer and fish are a little bit more active down here. The weather is just phenomenal. It's been in the 70s through October. We've had a few cool days, but with the exception of maybe 2 or 3, it's been in the 70s, and it looks to be, even on our 14-day forecast, it's supposed to stick in the upper 60s and mid 70s, some days even to 80 degrees in late October, even into November. So that fantastic weather is going to have a truly positive effect on fishing on the Arkansas, and basically, long story short, we see activity being extremely strong through November. So a lot of times we're fishing the Arkansas hard until Thanksgiving. Some years weather shows up in November, but if things stay on the current course, we're going to have great hatch activity, blue wings, midges, etc. through November. Don't put the gear away. I mean, a lot of guys are watching football and not getting on the river, and kind of people are even talking about putting gear away for the season and cleaning gear and stuff like that. Man, fishing couldn't be better right now. Our guides are still seeing some triple-digit days out there on the river. We've had some great guide trips in the last week or so. We don't see that changing at all. So do keep up to date with our written reports. Those are daily. This report will cover kind of a general spectrum of what's happening on the river. There's a lot going on. I mean, a lot of blue wings still hatching. We're still seeing trico activity throughout the water column, and on the surface we're starting to see some midge activity, some good midge hatches. We're seeing free swimming caddis in the water column, and still continuing egg laying caddis in the late afternoon, evenings, as well as during the day. We're still seeing some red quill spinner falls, stuff like that, although a little bit more sporadic in that category. But things are just rocking right along. Let's talk about patterns and rigging. Kind of what I start with in the morning. Our guides are focusing on nymphing typically in the first couple hours. We don't see a lot of emergent or adult activity until the water column warms up. We need a little bit of that radiant heat to affect the water column. Typically that's 10 o'clock on, so nymphing before that, and even sometimes until noon. Your go-to fly when we're nymphing, and a lot of times we're running triple fly rigs, sometimes double fly rigs, but always I've got a stone fly on. Rubber leg stone's just been fantastic, both in that brown color I just showed you, as well as in the standard yellow-orange, which is the Arkansas River color for our golden stone. Buyout epoxy stone's been a really go-to pattern in the brown as well as in the gold color. This gold buyout epoxy stone's probably been one of my most productive flies in a variation of sizes. The Trip Saver is just a really buggy stonefly that we've been doing really well on here as well. So stonefly up top when we're nymphing, and then like I said, we've got a lot of free swimming caddis out right now. So typically I'm running a free swimming caddis in the middle, you know, and that's a bars uncased caddis or what's called a web builder caddis, but really it's a free swimming caddis, but that's the name of the fly itself. So those two, those are both tungsten. We tie those in tungsten here. Those are going to be my middle fly on either a nymphing rig, triple nymph rig, or even a dry copper dropper type of rig. That would be your middle fly, your copper. Copper Johns, everybody asks me, well, you say copper, but you know, so what Copper John? I'd really not, you know, Copper Johns are really overfished at this point in time on the Arkansas. I kind of steer away from them. Great pattern. John Barr is just a fantastic designer, but everybody fishes them now. So, you know, I typically go with this time of year free swimming caddis, 2-bit hookers, stuff that's heavy in the middle. My dropper fly on either a dry copper dropper is going to, you know, be focusing on blueing, life cycle, or tricos or midges. Let's start with trico nymphs. This micro mayfly in the black zebra color is fantastic, and again, that's really small, so going to be tough to see, but I have a variety of trico nymphs I like. In the midge category, really like tungsten tube midge in a size 20 or 22. And then, you know, a good pattern that's more of an attractor than anything, but is a trico, could fish as a midge also subsurface, is the tungsten magic fly. Really not much to that pattern, but it really fishes well. In the bluing category, really hard to beat your pocket water betas. That thing's been phenomenal with those little micro rubber legs. Purple shot glass betas, Shea Gunkel's pattern. Anything purple dark has been fishing really well. So that shot glass betas in the purple. And then Shea Gunkel's radiation betas. Nice and heavy in that peacock color has been killer for a bluing nymph. Again, like I said, you can go the triple nymph rig, you can go double nymph rig with some of those patterns. You can go dry as water temp begins to warm. I kind of just move my rig up in the water column. Fish are eating a little bit more mid-water column as well as towards the surface. So I kind of move that rig up, take a stonefly off, throw a dry fly, a big attractor dry on, and suspend those two nymphs underneath, that free swimming caddis and a blue wing or trico or midge larva underneath that. Some of the top dries I've really seen a reoccurrence of really good activity on tan, so the pool toy. And don't be afraid to go big on this stuff. You know, it's easy to see, it supports a lot of weight. That's what you really want. The double Dutch bug, again, great tan stonefly pattern, but just fishes phenomenal on this river. Still a few lingering hoppers around, so the tan hoppers can do well. That's a really, you know, strange thing this late, but still some hoppers. Foamulator, again, tan body, yellow top, very visible up top. Turk's tarantula in the larger size has been one of my go-tos. Turk's is really hard to beat, that red. So kind of got that dry copper dropper rig as well as the triple nymph rig covered. Let's talk briefly about just straight dries. Like I said, free swimming caddis in the water and still plenty of caddis kicking around. Typically what I'm fishing though exclusively are egg layers. So that spotlight caddis. Egg layer is phenomenal. The mother superior caddis with the little foam post, easy to see, really nice pattern with that little egg sac. So those are your caddis. Moving into kind of your main hatch matching fly, as your blue-winged olive, film critic, great fly. Obviously, it's just really hard to beat a sprout blue-winged olive. Great fly, easy to see. Midges, obviously some midges out there, so I really like to go to the paramidge, really small. And there's a lot of other patterns too, but you know, a lot going on out on the river. You know, spotlight is a good dry emerger. Also, you know, a lot of patterns to look at, but you know, emergers, blue wings, kind of your key hatch matching stuff. You know, on adults and emergers. Lot of stuff going on. Very, very active fall on this river, and fish are just eating hard. Don't forget your streamers, gongas, you know, circus peanuts. Don't always go tandem. Good flies, clouser or a muddler underneath. Give us a call if you have any questions. Toll free, 888-994-6743. Come fishing. It's a beautiful fall. Like I said, the weather's phenomenal. Fishing's phenomenal. We hope to see you. Visit us online, RoyalGorgeAnglers.com, and visit our Facebook page. We do have daily updates on what's going on, and that's facebook.com/Royal Gorge Anglers. If you have any questions, give us a call, shoot us an email. We do have some guide trip availability left, not very much, but if you want to learn fall fishing on this river, that's the only way to do it. Half days are a good route to go. You know, $250 for one, $300 for two anglers. So give us a call about a trip, and we hope to see you in the fly shop soon. Thanks so much for viewing. Have a great day on the water.